Imagine I lend you 100 quid, but I demand you pay back 110. Sounds fair enough, right? But there's one tiny detail that changes everything. Those extra 10 quid never actually existed. This is the biggest trick in history. The modern banking system demands repayment of money that was never created. In these next almost 5 minutes, which have already started, you're going to discover how this trick works, why it's mathematically impossible to keep up with, and how our own egos stop us from seeing it. When you ask for a loan, the bank creates the money out of thin air. It's perfectly legal, and that's how the system operates. But they only create the main amount. The interest you have to pay is never created. Not before, not during, and not after you sign the contract. It's basic maths. If only 100 exists, it's impossible to pay back 110. Yet we sign contracts agreeing to this impossibility every single day. Anna borrows 100 and has to pay back 110. The 10 in interest doesn't exist anywhere. How can she pay it? There's only one way: take it from someone else. But that person is in the same boat as Anna. This creates a competition among the victims. Everyone thinks they can be cleverer than the others, without seeing that they're all facing the same mathematical trap. If Anna, John, and Carla take out loans, the total borrowed is 300, but they have to pay back 330. There's 30 missing that never existed. This means it's mathematically impossible for everyone to pay back. The system is designed for some to fail. This is called programmed collective insolvency. It's not an accident, it's the foundation of the system. This is where the cruelest part of the system comes in. It uses our own ego against us. Everyone believes they can be better than everyone else. We think, if I can't pay, it's my fault. If others fail, I'm superior. This illusion feeds the trap. While you're competing with your neighbor for money that doesn't exist, the bank watches from above as you both hand over real wealth to them. Vertical predators profit from our horizontal division. While we fight amongst ourselves, they extract wealth without lifting a finger. Every conflict between debtors strengthens the system. Every individual guilt hides the collective trap. It's a perfect circle. Our ego blinds us. We compete with each other, and the system keeps going automatically. The maths is so simple it's almost painful. If A exists but I doesn't, then B is impossible to pay back with real money. You don't need to be an economist to understand it. It's basic arithmetic. You can't pay back more than what actually exists in total. Multiply that by millions of loans. There will always be an amount missing equal to all the interest put together. Let's do a thought experiment. Imagine all of humanity was one single borrower. Could they pay the interest? Impossible. There's no one else to take the missing money from. The trap is completely exposed. That's why the system needs to divide us. If we acted as one humanity, the scam would be obvious to everyone. There's one question that completely disarms the system. A question that has no valid answer. How is it possible that you only gave us the main amount, without ever creating the interest? And now you demand we pay back more money than actually exists. Why didn't you create the interest if you're the only ones legally allowed to do so? And why are you demanding it from us? This question has no answer because it exposes the structural fraud of the system. Every contract you sign legalizes the demand for the impossible. You agree to be responsible for something that cannot be achieved. The legal system protects this trap. It turns victims into culprits and fraudsters into legitimate creditors. The result? A divided society competing for something that never existed, while the real culprits watch from above. The only way to break this trap is through collective awareness. Understanding that the problem isn't individual, it's structural. When we stop competing with each other and see the trap as a whole, the system loses its power over us. It's not about not paying individual debts. It's about understanding that all debt is illegitimate because it's based on demanding the impossible. Next time you see someone struggling with their debts, remember, it's not their individual fault. They are a victim of a system designed to fail. Will you keep fighting with your neighbor for money that doesn't exist? Or will you unite to question who designed this impossible game? Knowledge is power, but only if it's shared. Share this video. The trap only works as long as it remains invisible.